Their current world champion is Freddie to the right of your screen. He starts on grid 2. James Egozi, he won 2 weeks ago at Lonato. He's the championship leader. He is the pole sitter. And in just a few moments, he will lead the field off for this 12-lap, slightly reduced distance final to decide for the final time this afternoon at WSK title. There's Freddie, ready to go. James in the kart leads the field away. We'll take a look at the grid. James Egozi from Florida, USA on pole position. Freddie Slater from the Midlands of England out of grid 2. On the second row of the grid, it is the Jamaican sensation, Alex Powell. Will he beat that this afternoon or not? He starts out at grid 3 alongside Enzo Deligny. Harley Keeble, the WSK Euro Series champions, alongside Anatoly Khavalkin. Rashid Al-Dahedi, who won here at the start of the year in the Champions Cup, alongside Maciej Guadish, Dion Gauda, Kiano Al-Ansari, the two Emiratis inside the top 10 on the grid from Abu Dhabi and Dubai, respectively. Ian the Oakman Eichmans for Speedwear.pe out of 11. Thomas Stolchamanis in the energy is alongside Alexander Bondarev, Kai, the Californian kid, Adam Hidej, Enya Frey, Tiziano Monza, Rene Lammers, Kirill Kutskov, Maximolov, there go the Russians, Mika Abrahams for Kosmic Motorsport from South Africa, Francesco Marengi, Konstantin Krapin, Jimmy Helias, King Nakamura Berta, Ampiligov, Nathan Tai, Yevon David, Josh Irfan, Miguel Costa is behind Yevon the Bat on grid 30, Jan Pulkwe, Luca Samalisto, Oscar Wirtz after a penalty drops back to grid 33. And for DPK Racing 379, Ricardo Janiello. Egozi to the left of your screen, Slater to the right. The American leads them up to the line. And for the final time today, we race. Superstart from Powell as Enzo Deligny is pushed out wide. He's in the grass. And that may well spell the end of his afternoon before we've even raced 2 corners. Keeble up into 4th place in the early stages of the race. Freddie back to 3rd behind Alex Powell. Watch Keeble try and get the run on his countrymen, the Brits from the Queen's England, in 3rd and 4th positions. James Egozi from the United States of America leads, and as Alex Powell comes under pressure, the American, the Floridian, starts to pull away. Into the hairpin for the first time, Slater dives down the inside. Powell tries to cut back and get the run in the Miami-powered Kart Republic, but it's the Vortex-powered machines that run 1, 2 and 4 here this afternoon. A nice lead already for the driver from Florida on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. Ahead of Slater, Powell, Keeble, Khavalkin, Rashid Al-Dahedi, Dion Gauda, Eichmans up to 8th. Ahead of Bondarev as Keeble goes down the inside and he's up into 3rd. He tries to follow his countryman through. There's Anatoly Khavalkin having a big look at the back of Rashid Al-Dahedi, who started the season right here at Adria, winning the Champions Cup. That was for Parolin. That was on February the 20th. Almost at the end of the season, he's now having his 2nd race driving for the Kart Republic of Dean Church, and he's fallen back off the podium in 4th place. Down through the chicane as Egozi gets very wide coming onto the straight. That may well cost him. Rashid Al-Dahedi, in fact, is in 5th. I'll make a correction. He's ahead of Powell. Eichmans up to 7 now. Egozi with a big moment coming onto the straight. He knew he made a mistake. Slater is right there to bounce. Eichmans in the background defending from Gauda, Bondarev and Tiziano Monza as Slater with the send down the inside. James Egozi, he dominated at Lonato, winning 4 out of 5 heats. The rain came on Sunday morning. That did not affect him. He won again. He's led from pole position, but Fast Freddie, who had a miserable weekend 2 weeks ago, he's now taken over the lead. So it is the driver from the Queen's England in the position at the head of the field. P1 for Freddie, for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. Egozi back in 2nd place, Harley's in 3rd. Then we go to Anatoly Khavalkin, Rashid. He's in 5th spot. Eichmans, he's absolutely carving through the field. He's up into 6th place. Anatoly Khavalkin, he's the fastest driver on the circuit. You get a glimpse of the Kosmic kart as the Parolin goes down the inside. Anatoly Khavalkin goes by Harley Keeble. Harley falls back. He's now 2nd in the championship. James Egozi does not need to win the race to take the WSK Open Cup Championship for 2000. and 21. But he does want to win the race. He dominated at Lonato, but he's in second place. And Slater, ever so slightly, is pulling away. He rides the ripple strip. Egozi, that's where he had a moment, rides on the absolute ragged edge. You can see the dust fly as they come onto the straight. Anatoly Khavalkin, the Russian, in the Parolin in P3. Keeble in P4, Rashid Al-Daheri in P5, but Ian Eichmann is absolutely carving through the field like a hot knife through butter. Too far back to make a move on the Emirati that time. Rashid 353 in the Kart Republic. I almost said Parolin after so much success for the team from Bassano del Grappa, but at the moment, he's got the Kosmic kart bearing down right behind him. Then Dion Gauda, Bondarev, Alex Powell. He's back in P9. It will be no sensation for the Jamaican here this afternoon. Kai goes by. He's in position 10, ahead of his Japanese Forza Racing teammate, Ki Nakamura Berta. The front 9 on your screen. Fastest driver on the circuit was Ki Nakamura Berta with a 49.273. Enzo Tellini, he's effectively out of it. He's down in 14th place after trying to go through into second place in the opening stages of the race. So Egozi is starting to fight back now as we approach half race distance. Freddie Slater from England, James Egozi from the United States of America in P2. And the ruthless racing Russian Anatoly Khavalkin, he's dragging Harley Keeble along for the ride as the sun starts to set. Here in the north of Italy, down through the chicane, James Egozi. It is Vortex powered machines 1, 2, and also P4, also P5. The Oakman on the charge. He comes in. He's up into 5th place. A stunning drive from the Belgian. He's got by the Emirati, who has got the Singaporean Dion Gauda right behind him as well. Can Eichmann get up onto the podium? The second half of the race, Egozi is waiting for his moment. He's still staying with Freddie Slater. Just repeating, Egozi does not need to win the race to win the championship. Here at Adria Karting Raceway, the penultimate event of 2021, down through the chicane as they start lap 8 at the end of this one. So there's 4 to go. There is Harley Keeble. He's dropped off the Russian ever so slightly. Again, Egozi uses every piece of the road and then some. On the ragged edge is the American. Runs wide on the run into turn 2. Freddie Slater, you can see, would move into 3rd in the championship. Egozi would take the title. Eichmann has dropped off Rashid and now closing in on the back of Harley Keeble. The WSK Euro Series champion on your screen, 301. His teammate in position 2, Harley's in P4. The Vortex powered cars, 1st, 2nd, 4th and 5th. It is only Anatoly Khavalkin in the TM powered Parolin that splits. The engines manufactured in Pravale, not too far from the South Garda Karting Lonato circuit, where we raced 2 weeks ago, where James Egozi was absolutely dominant. Onto the straight, he's nervous coming onto the straight now. Eichmann is flying, he is catching Harley Keeble. He's catching Anatoly Khavalkin. But he may well run out of time. Enzo Tellini, after that shocking start, he's down in 13th. He's just on a purple sector, as has Oscar Wirtz from the back of the grid. But it will be too little, too late for the French and Austrian drivers, respectively. 3.5 laps remaining. It was Dion Gauda, Rashid Al-Daheri, Alex Powell, Alexander Bondarev going through. Rashid Al-Daheri has just been passed. He was in P5, but the boy from Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates, which will host the season final of this year's FIA Formula One World Championship in the hometown of Rashid. He's falling back through the pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on your screen. Slater from England. Egozi from the United States. The Russian Khavalkin, another Brit. That's Harley Keeble, and you just got a glimpse of the Kosmic of the Oakman. There he is with the familiar Ariel helmet. 4 Speedways in P5, trying to drag himself up onto the podium in the dying stages of this race. The sun sets here in the north of Italy. Slater on track for a race win. Egozi on track for the title here this afternoon. The penultimate event of 2021 Mika Abrahams, Kim Nakamura Berta, a South African, and Japanese drivers join the Singaporean Tiziano Monza, the Frenchman Jimmy Helias, the Brazilian American Miguel Costa, and the second Emirati Keanu Al-Azadi as the retirements from this race. The penultimate lap of the race. The gap is 0.3 of a second. Slater has not put, I was going to say a foot wrong, but a Vega tyre out of place. The penultimate lap of the race. Egozi has got no answer for the English driver. Eichmanns cannot catch Keeble, who cannot catch Khavalkin, who cannot catch Egozi, who cannot make inroads on the race leader. He tries it though. A big send down the inside. He was too far back. That will cost him any chance of winning the race, surely. And it may well give Anatoly Khavalkin a chance to get up onto the podium. The Russian senses his opportunity to stand, in fact, on the second step on this, the last lap of the race. Fast Freddie Slater from the Midlands of England for Ricky Flynn Motorsport will win here this afternoon. Egozi will win the title. Thomas Stoltemanis, the Latvian in P10, has just hit the fastest lap of the race in the energy kart, but it will be too little too late for the Northern European. Into the sweeper for the final time. Egozi has to defend from the Russian. He will do it. Ricky Flynn Motorsport, they launched the all-new Lando Norris kart with the pole sitter from last week's Russian Formula One Grand Prix here at the WSK race at this circuit on Thursday. And now Fast Freddie Slater, their team driver, races across the line to win here at Adria. Slater takes the race victory, and with that, Egozi in second place is the WSK Open Cup champion for 2021. Keeble P3, P4 I should say, Khavalkin is P3. Ahead of the Englishman, Harley ahead of Ian, ahead of Alex, who recovered. Kai goes by in position 7 after starting from grid 14. Bondarev, Rashid Al-Daheri, and the fastest driver on the circuit, Thomas Stoltemanis, the Latvian, finishes in position 10. There is the confirmation at the bottom right of your screen. The WSK Open Cup Championship goes to the driver from Florida in the United States of America, Freddie Slater. He won the championship last year ahead of Arvid Lindblad and Karel Pashovic. He won the race here. He finishes third in 2021. James Egozi from the United States of America wins. In third place for the Parolin Motorsport team from Russia. Welcome to the third step of the podium, Anatoly Khavalkin. Second place in the race from the United States of America for the Tony Kart Racing Team, James Egozi. A brilliant performance in round 2 of the WSK Open Cup. He wins the race here this afternoon from the Queen's England for Ricky Flynn Motorsport, Freddie Slater. The national anthem of Great Britain. The podium for round 2 of OK Junior here at the WSK Open Cup. In third place from Russia, Anatoly Khavalkin. James Egozi from the United States in second. And Freddie Slater wins here at Adria. Spasiba, Anatoly. Thank you, James and Freddie.